What up, guys? Welcome to 12M Hustle. Let's get into it. So, hope you guys like the new layout I have going on here. I'm gonna have a little bit of everything on these new trading streams I'm gonna be doing, probably 3 to 4 times a week. All right, so I'm gonna be trading pretty much my personal capital. So it's gonna be a little bit different. We're gonna take a little more solid trades. I have it connected to some prop accounts, so we got that going on too. So let's get into it. So we have our trading view chart over here. We have our Ninja Trader. This chart over here, this is what we're going to be trading off. We have our news feed right over top over here, guys. And then we have live what's going on with different indices. I have the YM, the oil, the NQ, the ES, and Bitcoin. So I'll be going into that as the day goes on. So let's get into it, guys. Hope you guys are doing good. It's time to get it. Market's about to open at 6:23. Let's check if we have any news for today. So, bada boom, bada bing. We got some news coming out in 36 minutes. So, news comes out in 36 minutes. It's going to be Fed Botek, probably saying that name wrong, but it's a Fed speaker. And we also have wholesale investment news coming out. These are 3 stars coming out at 7 o'clock PST time. We also have at 7:20 Fed Musum speech. At 7:30, we have EA Mutual Gas. That's Mutual Gas. And then we have customer inflation at 8. We are packed with news today, guys. It's going to be great. I love it. And then we have the 4-week bail auction at 8:30, again, PST time. And then we have the 5-year bail auction at 9 o'clock. We have 15-year mortgage, 30-year mortgage coming out at 9 o'clock PST time. At 10, we have the 30-year bond auction, and at 12, we have customer credit. And at 13:30, which is after the market, we have the Fed balance sheet. These are kind of lower 2 stars. So we are packed with some news today, guys. It's going to be amazing. We had news this morning. Looks like we had at 5:30 and at 6, we had the initial jobless claims. It looks like we had the actual at 226K and forecasted at 221K, and it actually came in at 219K. Okay, we also had the non-farm, that's 2.4% came out, and it actually came out at 1.8, forecast at 2%. So that was cool as well. And then we had as well as used car prices, 0.5 actual, and then it was 1.6. So some good stuff. We came out with news today, so we have that going on. So yeah, we had a jam day packed for news, and this is why we're stuck with this price action here and this price action here. So market opens in 5 minutes. So just overall, what we're looking at NQ is going to be pretty simple. We're looking at the Asia and the London, right? Overall, this mini scalp time frame that we're looking at, this is bullish, right? But in the overall trend of what's going on, if we kind of laid out, we're still bullish overall because we're coming out of a nice little pullback that we had, right? So just keep that in mind. Overall, we are bullish for now, so we'll be looking for longs. This is previous day high, so usually anything above this, I am looking for longs. Maybe I'll take some scalp shorts in there. I also trade the opening range 30 seconds that PAX group trades as well. I use those different strategies, and I use also levels and price action. So I'll be talking about that as we go on in our trades today. Now we also have going on, we're going to look at ES. So let's look at ES. And one more thing, overall, it looks like on the indices, looks like oil is down 0.6 on the day, which is right up here, and it looks like everything else is green, so just keep that in mind. Now we have on ES, same thing as on NQ, we have it shooting up, so it looks like we're in a bullish trend as well overall in the micro aspect of things. Okay, and then before the market opens at 6:27, we're going to look at YM for all my YM Dow traders. Go out for the Dows, everybody in the Dow, Oh, that's my opening range for that orange line for 30 seconds. Same thing, looking bullish overall. Looks like we broke out past 2 days on YM. That's what's going on. So same thing. If you're trading YM, you're looking for longs above previous day high and shorts below it for quick scalps. And one more before we go, we got oil. Let's look at that real quick before we get into the market opening. So we have oil. Oil's been on the downtrend since yesterday. We got previous day low. So anything below previous day low, you're looking for shorts. You kind of want to stay above. Anything above here, you want to stay out of that chop. So just keep that in mind. We had a huge sell-off on oil from 66.86 all the way down to 63, almost a $3. That is a huge drop. So just keep in mind that this is what you want to get. You want to get a piece of this. You don't want to be a part of this chop zone here that you had the day prior to that, 2 days ago. You don't want to do that. So if you want to take good setups on oil, I would trade under previous day low, wait for that to happen, see how the price reacts, and then go short off that. Okay, so that's the setup for that. And then for Bitcoin, shout out to my Bitcoin people out there. They do have micro Bitcoin, by the way. So shout out to my Bitcoin. We have Bitcoin above previous day high all the way up to 116K, and it looks like it's coming out of a range as well, out of this 113 range. Bullish overall. So anything above previous day high, again, you're looking for longs. Anything below, you can look for quick scalp shorts, but I would not overstay my stay. So that is all the indices that I was looking at, and then of course that Bitcoin that I shoot in there. I don't look at gold because I don't really trade gold. So okay, but let's go back to the NQ and get ready for the market to open. Let's get ready for the market to open. Boom. I got this on a 2-minute chart, and I have my Ninja Trader platform on a 15-minute chart. So here's a 2-minute chart, and right here's a 15-minute chart. So I like looking at multiple different time frames to give you a better aspect of what's going on. It just works out better. I like it that way. It makes it easier to go ahead and see what's going on. So market opens. It is 6:29. We're waiting for the market open. Okay, so market's about to open. We'll put some jams on right now. I like trading with a little bit of relaxing music. Yeah, I hope you guys are doing good. And yeah, let's get into it. I'm excited. I'm excited for a different setup I have going on. So we'll be trading. We'll be going over what's going on live. 6:30. Here we go. So 6:30. We are trading the NQ. Market just opened. We're gonna wait for that to set up. Okay. So we're switching this to a 1 minute. Here's a 1 minute, and I might just take a short here. Okay. Taking a quick short. I have my entries right here. You guys can see the arrows. So taking a quick short right here. Quick short. We'll try to get maybe a drop into this VWAP level. I have a stop at the top of the structure right above here. Okay. Okay. So we're just waiting for that. Just waiting for that short to see if it plays out, if it works out. Oop. What the hell happened? Too much moving around. There we go. Okay, cool. There we go. And still waiting for that to happen. And on here, I just use Trading View as my platform to chart. Okay, so here's an opening range right over here. It's right there. 30 seconds. There it is. There's a minute. We're probably going to get stopped out. Stopped out. Okay, took that. Got stopped out. Got out, and we're going to wait to see what the next imbalance will be. So here's your opening range. So we're going to wait since we took a quick little L on that. We're going to wait to see if we get a double pop down here. Small little opening range here on a 30-second. Don't really like it, but I want to see what happens. We do have news coming out. Like I said earlier, news is coming out. So we're going to keep that in mind. Yeah, right now in the indices, we have oil still down on the day, 0.2%. Everything else is green. The rest of the market is green. So keeping that in mind that the rest of the market is green, I am going to keep that in mind if I'm trying to short or anything, because you don't want to go against the trend. And then news-wise, it looks like what do we got? We got U.S. stocks open higher. That just came out 37 minutes ago, right over here. The U.S. stocks open higher. U.S. stocks futures moved higher on Thursday as investors weighed the latest tariff developments and corporate news. Okay, there's the pop. Okay, we can join that. We will join that. We joined it here because we saw a break above, and we're gonna keep the tight really tight right there. So if we get pushed back down here, we will stop out, and if not, we will ride this up. Okay, we're looking for a push into London. Push into London right over here. We're looking for that push into London. Let's see if we can get it. I'm gonna let it keep going. I'm gonna set up a free trade. Okay, free trade there. So that'll pay for the trade just in case it pulls back. Ideally, we want to see it pop, continue to pop. We want to see it push above London, right? So here's our London. Purple's London. London's there. We want to see a continuation to London above. We have a level up here to 23,654. That's kind of what we're looking for, a push right now to get up there. So let's see if we get it. Okay, there it is. Okay, boom. Nice little scalp. All right. Oh. All right, got pushed out. Max, we're doing 2 on here. Waiting for a quick push up. But I won't let it go to the bottom of this because I will stop out right here. I am mainly a scalper. Okay. Like I said before, I have a lot of accounts connected. I have a couple prop accounts connected, personal accounts. Okay, so that's going to take us out. We'll go ahead and stop out there. We'll stop out there. Okay, so we went ahead and stopped out. And we're going to wait to see if we get a better setup. 2 for 1 right now. 2 losses, 1 win. So now we're just going to wait. So we tried taking the long here. We did a scalp. First we did a short. We got taken out. We did a long. And then we tried to do another long. We got taken out. So that's 3 trades. So at this point, we're going to wait for either a pop above this level here on a 1 minute. Right? We want that pop above right here. So it's going to either pop over here so we can go long and look for that 23,653 level that we want, or we're going to wait for a down of this lower opening range 30-second for a short. So we're going to wait. We're waiting to see what happens. And I have all these connected because I'm able to control size that way. And we're all going to wait. So when you're trading, if you're trading props or anything, you're able to max amount you're able to trade on minis is 15. On 99% of most of the prop accounts, you're not able to trade anything more than 15 minis. So just FYI to anyone out there trading props. And on personal, you need a lot of capital to even trade 15 minis. I would say if you're trading minis, stick to 1 to 5 max. You shouldn't even need 5 really. I'd say 1 to 3 is pretty solid zone to have. So that came out on news right now. We're waiting to see a drop here. I'm letting it just chill out. I'm just gonna wait. It is 6:37. I'm gonna wait for either a pop above this high here, so a continuation pull to 23,653, or either a push below here to 23,553. And on my Ninja Trader, I usually have these levels. You see Asia high, Asia low. See high and low. London high and low. So I have those written out. And then what I'll sometimes do is mark the range of the opening range so I can see it better. So it looks like opening range is 23,604. 23,604. You're never going to get it perfect. There you go. 26,604. And then lower here is 23. What is this? 23,582. Perfect. Okay. So now we have our opening range established. This opening range is off to 30 seconds. I did take it from Pax Group. Shout out to Pax. Great trader on Twitter. Great guy. He'll message you back if you message him. Cool guy. So he uses 30 seconds, but he doesn't trade off charts. He trades off the dome, which is cool. I use charts. So whichever works. So basically his theory is, well, the way he used to trade in the pits, is basically this opening range here will set up how the algos do it. I use his theory mixed with my own trading, which is Asia high, Asia low, London high, Asia low, and all that stuff mixed with different time frames. Like at 6:45, we should get a push. At 7:30, the algo should do another push. At 8 o'clock, these are all PST times. You get another push. And that's how I trade. You have power at 12 o'clock, and then you have 10:40, which is you'll have a midday reversal, all PST times. So that's how I trade. Mixture of that strategy with my own. So we're about to get a push above here. So that's what I'm waiting for. I'm waiting for that push to happen, and then I can do it. Again, this is my trading view. I just have this up. I have it connected right here to a paper trader there. And this is my actual account that I trade off. I trade with Tradify, and then I trade my own personal. Okay, here's the push that I wanted. I'm going to add to a winner if I get another push. Add to a winner. Okay, added to the winner. I want to push up into London is what I'm looking for. And my stop is around 23,596. 23,596. That's my stop right there. So I want to push. I'm trying to get this push. Okay, beautiful. There's a push. Let's pay ourselves a trade. There's another push. Let's pay ourselves that trade. Awesome. So as it goes up, we're gonna pay ourselves here. We're gonna wait for. There's London. Okay, so boom, there it is. There's London to the T right there. Look at that. Beautiful. We're going to move up our stop. We are paying ourselves as this gets pushed up, right? As this pushes up. All right. Boom. Now we've officially made back our L. Now we can go ahead and wait for this to do a real push up into that 23,653 level, which is going to be our next daily level right up here. Now, we're going to wait for that level to come at us, and we're going to have our stop. If we're going to continue this trend up as bullish, we're going to hold this 23,592. 23,592. So we should hold up until there. Continue the push. If we keep pushing, I'll add. Okay, I will add to that push. Boom. Okay, here's max size, and now I'm waiting for a real push up into 23,655. Same thing on ES. It looks like it's actually pushing as well. ES still hasn't reached 62.45, and I'll actually show you guys. So here's ES. As you can tell, I have other charts. I look at them as I'm trading them. So ES is here. It's just, here's the opening range on ES. You got the pop, you got the pullback, you got the push, and there's news coming out. There's news coming out in a couple minutes. So let's see if ES wants to push to 62.25. And if not, then it will come back down to this. So just wait to see if we get the push. Here's a pullback. We're still waiting to see if we're going to hold this level, if we're going to continue this trend. A lot of times people want a DCA, which means, buying more of the dip. I'm going to get taken out. And if I get taken out, that's fine, but I'm not going to add to this loser, right? I'm just going to leave my stop there, let it do its thing. Comes here, taps. Same thing, market structure. If you want this, if this pushes down here, then you should get a flush, right? If it's going to hold this and continue to push up, then it should hold that trend. So, see what it wants to do. Okay, now it's pushing down. So again, I'm letting it do its thing. If it decides to take me out, then we can flip short looking for a royal flush. But I still think it's gonna hold this 23.50.90. Or I have mine at 50.93. And news does come out pretty soon. Let's see. I believe news is coming out pretty soon. News is coming out in 15 minutes. 15 minutes, you got news coming out. And then let's see. Anything here? We have U.S. stocks book strong gain. Stocks in the U.S. were higher on Thursday, with the S&P adding 0.6, Nasdaq raising 0.9, and Dow joined soaring nearly 270 points as investors assess the latest tariffs that's going on with your best. You guys know what Mr. Trump, what he's doing. It sounds like he announced a 100% tariff on imported semiconductors. Well, that's no good, but guess that's good in the market. So win-win. Nvidia, AMD, 1.6. Oh, 645. Here's an algo time right here, 645. You should get some kind of push here, continuation up or continuation down. So that just came out. That's about 3 minutes. Yeah, so, taken out. All right. Just got wicked out. We're gonna wait for a drop here. This should give us a flush. All right, that's max size. That should give us a flush there. There we go. See if we get a flush down. Very nice. We'll take that off. All right, it's beautiful. We got that drop there. Okay, wait for a pullback here, and then we'll take it again. That was a good drop on that. We're gonna wait for a pullback into here, and we can take another one. So that was not bad. Made back half our loss there. Okay. Okay, we'll take that, and if it continues to push down, we'll continue to add. Okay, here we go. Add to it. Get us a push down here. Push, 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 push. Push, push, push. Push it down, push it down. Oof. See breakdown of this right over here. I'm waiting for a continuation push at least down to either 23.52, 23.525. We're gonna put a stop at 23,611. 26,313 is not bad. I can leave it there because we want a flush. We're looking for a flush down. See if we get it. Yeah, ES looks like it's rolling. So ES is rolling down. Show you guys real quick. So as you can tell, ES is right here. ES is rolling down here. Broke that level, so it's continuing to go. Let's watch ES as we watch the NQ at the same time. Let's see. Hopefully we get continuation push down. Oh, I forgot my music. We're waiting for that push down, push down. Should push us down to ES. Looks like it wants to go down at least the previous day high. But we have news coming out in about 10 minutes. So we could possibly be getting wicked out of this trade. But we're going to let it do its thing. Waiting to see what it does. Looks, wow, what a nice pullback. What? Yeah, I might give it a little more room to run. Let's see. I might give it until the top of this London here. Because I still feel pretty positive that it's going to continue down. ES is pushing. NQ. Oh, there goes NQ. Let's see if she pushes back above this. Let's see. Looks like she's doing a double top right here, topping out. Here's a reversal push back. Let's see if it gets taken out here. Yeah, if she pushes back to the top of this thing, either you won't have a double top, you'll have pretty much a breakout at that point. And then you could either join or... So if you give it to the top of that candle, it would definitely be a breakout. But I think it's going to push down into at least this level down here. Asia, you have Asia right here, so I possibly think you're going to get up until right there, which is Asia. But let's see if it takes us out here or if it continues down. So wait to see what it does. Any more news? That's all we got on news. Yeah, nothing new on news. Looks like everything just went green. So indices are green. We have Bitcoin is green, 116.5K. YM is still green by a percentage. We have oil up now, 0.12. We have NQ still green and ES is still green. So just keep that in mind. Overall market is still green. So I might possibly get stopped out of this trade just because the overall market is greenish overall, which is fine if I do. Just letting it do its thing. Yeah, if it takes me out, that's fine. I'm not tripping about it. I think overall we're still gonna continue down. I'm watching ES. Let me show you guys why I feel pretty confident in this trade. So here's ES. Here's ES as it's going down, right? It broke up. You got a pop. Finally broke down. You got the pop down break of this double bottom here. Now you got to pop back up midway. Now you're coming back down into this. If ES continues to break this floor here, ES should give the gains down to this should be next target, previous day high. Or either previous day high or at least target up until Asia high of ES, which is 63.91. Now, if I'm wrong and ES decides to continue the push up, breaks out of this, either makes a triple top or it breaks out into 62.425. Here it is. Here is ES deciding to continue to look like it wants to break down. Here's ES. If it breaks this bottom, it should flush down, like I said, into Asia, which is right here, 63.91, which is what you want to see on ES if it decides to flush down. So let's see what it wants to do. Whoa, looks like news just came out. Yep, 6:55. Nice wick. We got a wick up. Yep. We wicked up on ES, which is no good for my trade. Which possibly means I'm going to get taken out right here. Should probably stop me out. Got taken out. All right. So that got smoked. Got smoked on that trade. Well, good thing that was only connected to one account. Okay, so we just pretty much blew up one of our evaluations accounts. That was no good. I had it pretty close. So that's no fun. So let's go ahead and switch over to the next account. We're switching over to the next account, guys. Let's see. Okay, so I'm switching over to my other account. Okay, cool. So switching over to my other prop account. Looks like we're going for a breakout. All right, let's go for the breakout. Let's see if we get a push here on this next prop account, next eval. Okay. We'll go max size on the next prop account, get it pushed up. So since ES decides it wants to push, ES should push up here and NQ should push up to the next level, which is going to be next level on NQ is going to be 20. Like I said, these are a couple of valuations I got going on. So evals, couple of 300Ks I got going on as well on Apex. Waiting for a push up. Waiting to see if we can get a push up into here. So since NQ decided to break out of London high here, we've broken out of this opening range here and we've held this bottom. We're going to wait for a push into the next level, which is 23,698. And the news does come out in, where's the news at? News comes out in 44 seconds. So, see if we can get this eval on Apex. Waiting for a push up into 23,701. We got news coming out right here. Let's see, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Boom, news. There's the news. There's the push. More push, 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 push into the next level that we're looking for. See if we get it. We're looking for 23,698. All right, awesome. So we took that off there. There's the news, and we have next news coming out. And we can take a quick short right here. Quick short at the top of this. Since we're in profits on this one. Push down, getting pushed down. Oh, what the hell? Oh, just to have this one connected. Okay. Beautiful. Trying to see if we can get that 20K and that 300K. See if we can get it. Yeah, Yeah, I got a couple evaluations with Apex I'm working on. Trying to get these 300Ks, pass them in a day, but they're not that easy. Not when you're trying to pass them in a day. I got a couple of them in the last sale they had, like 90% off. They were like, yeah, they're pretty cheap. Cool thing is they let you trade with Ninja Trader, so that's always cool. $7 o'clock. I'm still waiting for a push down to see if we can get that. I never put the jams on for you guys. Let's see. Let's see. Yeah, if it takes my stop out, then it'll definitely push me out of that second Evo I had. I bought like 10 of them, so I bought a lot. And this is how people usually pass evals on Apex. They don't show you guys. They just go through them. They get them so cheap. They're just trying to pass them. You know, when your evals are $19, max $60, they'll just try to turn them and burn them. They just show you guys the green stuff, but they don't show you how many accounts they went to actually pass one 300K account, 150K account, or any of those accounts on any other prop firms. They just show you guys, the good stuff. I just show you exactly what happens. You go 15 minutes in, boom, you get taken out quick. Even on a 300K with the 20K drawdown, like it goes up to minus 15. You have trailing drawdown on Apex, so you get smacked down. On this one here, if it goes up to 23.61, it's gonna take this account. I have some buffer on it. I made some money on it, but with the trailing, it trails your profits. So it's meant so you can take profits and not really hold your winners like end of day, which always sucks. Yeah, so here you're waiting. Yeah, max size you can use on prop accounts is 15 minis on pretty much their highest accounts, which is 150K and 300K. I believe Elite Funded Trading has 300K too. I'm not sure, but Apex does. That's pretty much the biggest account they have. And here you're just trying to take a short setup. Basically, the short setup is you're trying to take the break of this level, right? You broke London. You finally breached 23.653. It is 705, so you still have an opportunity to take a quick short here. Have this as your stop and go into at least 23.606 or at least back down to 23.585 and still keep the overall trend of bullish. So you're just trying to take quick scalps. It's nothing crazy. You're probably not gonna get a drop down to Asia at this point in the day. So you're waiting for what you can get. So here's this. See that? You're waiting for a push. You want that push down into right over here. See if you can get it. Yeah, it's usually pretty easy for people to just go on and just trade, eval, stuff like that on Ninja Trader. So just trading this out, trying to pass some evals. Oh yeah, definitely. If it hits my stop, it'll definitely take out this account, and I'll have to switch to another 300K Apex account. That's funny. Yeah, at this point we're just YOLOing them, trying to get them to 20K. Yeah, these drawbacks and pullbacks really suck on trailing drawdown accounts because they're not meant for you to hold the trade. They're meant for you to take profit, because then whatever you don't take counts against you. So even though you have a 20,000 drawdown, you end up getting screwed because, you know, you didn't take the 5K profit. Now it goes down to 15 and so on and so on. Alexa, open up Bluetooth.
I'm not quite sure how to help you with that.
Alexa, connect to my phone, Bluetooth.
Searching.
Oh, there you go. See? I'm trying to connect my Alexa for you guys. Very nice. We can take that profits there. Very nice drop. Okay. We're almost there. We're almost to the 20K. We'll have this as our stop out since we have some profits. Nice drop into that level.
I didn't find anything to connect.
Oh.
To pair something new, go to the Bluetooth settings on your mobile device and choose
Trying to connect my
Echo
Alexa for you guys.
SVG.
Let's see. Alexa, go ahead and make yourself available for Bluetooth.
Searching.
Trying to find my Bluetooth here. Go ahead and make yourself available. Oh, there it is. Got it. Oh, there's that drop that we just talked about, huh? Beautiful. Look at that. Beautiful.
Now connected to Gerson's S25 Ultra.
Okay. Very nice. See if we can get a continual drop here. Nice. Very nice. Beautiful. Awesome. Okay, there's one 300K account passed on Apex. Cool. Love it. Love to see that. That was awesome. And that's how you pass a 300K Apex account. Boom, boom, boom. That's it. Longed it, boom, short, covered the drop, and that's what I was talking about, right? The long here, then we shorted it, boom, boom, boom. So we'll go ahead, and that was beautiful. Let's go ahead and switch to one of the other accounts I have. Okay. It's another Apex. Love it. Okay. Let me do another Apex account. So that's one 300K passed. Let's do another one. Okay. Okay. All right. So that's good. So we have one 300K account pass for today. Let's go ahead and move to our live account. Okay. So live account, and we're going to take a short down here. I'm going to take a short, and we're going to wait for the top of London as our stop. Actually, no. We'll stop out right here. We're going to keep these tight. So we'll keep these tight. Very, very tight. Yeah, I don't want to give it too much room. higher, push up. Okay. We'll do a little DCA onto this one. Push down. Okay. What the hell? Boom. Okay. Quick little scalp. We'll re-enter. That was a quick scalp there. Re-enter for a drop there. So quick scalp, re-enter for a drop there. We'll let that ride to see if we're taking that short since we ended up tapping this. We'll see if it wants to push. If not, we'll get stopped out right above here. Break of structure. Hmm? All right, guys. My bad. Mama just came in and said good morning. So let's see. We got a quick stop here. Actually, we'll take this one off. I don't like the way it's coming back. Okay, cool. So we ended up getting those shorts. Got some nice shorts down here. Boom, boom, boom. Then took another short scalp, and then we took one L. So 3 wins, 1 loss. And then I can actually show you this in case anybody asks. You guys want to see this? So here is, like I said, trading my live account. So you guys see that? And then boom. Okay, so you guys see that live account. Not gonna show you guys how much the balance is. I'm not gonna show the account size because that shit don't matter. We're here to show you guys how to trade. But not up that much. I can actually show you guys how much I'm up. We're gonna wait for another push down until we decide to do it. Do it, do it. We're gonna wait for a push down into here if we want to go short again. We're pretty green for the day, so we might be done for the day. But I'll show you guys what I got so far. Not bad, not bad. Wait for another drop. Yeah, once you get green on the day pretty good, you just kind of just want to chill out. You don't want to give back gains. Yeah, very choppy morning, but it was a good thing that I used a couple evals on Apex to get the right direction. And some mornings it's going to be like that. I mean, not every day you're going to trade, amazing. But as long as you come out, close as you can to green or small red, then you're good. But here is for today. So that's for today. Like I said, live account, couple trades. Nothing crazy on that drop after commissions, $29.96. So not bad. Yes, commissions suck. And yes, you do pay commissions and fees. I pay $129 per side, I believe. Actually, I want to see how much I paid on commissions. Let's see. We're not in the trade. We're just letting it chill out. Curious to see how much I paid on commissions. Let's see, guys. So, bless you to myself. Here's commissions. So, this is how much commissions were. $664, profit $29.91. So, for now, not bad. Not bad at all for a trading day. If we get a drop, I want to short under here. But I also don't want to give back a lot of my gains. So what we'll do is we'll switch down to micros. We'll go down to micros. And that's the way I protect my gains. So we'll take a 4 micro short and just have our gains right here. Okay. This way, let me change levels. And there's London high. Boom, boom, boom. And opening range for NQ. Yeah, opening range has been really choppy this morning, to be honest. It's not been that much fun. Okay, somewhere around there. I think that was the opening range. Let's fix this. Oh, what the hell? Just fixing so the chart's better for you guys. There we go. Boom. Perfect. Okay, so I do like this, and I'm gonna probably add to that short. There we go. So I don't want to give back too much profits, but I am watching ES. If you guys see ES on the side here, it is about to tap previous day high. Once it taps previous day high, I am probably going to get out of my short because we should get some type of bounce here. It is 723, so at 730 some type of bounce should come. So if we tap previous day high, I'm probably going to get at a half of my position. At this point, I'm just scalping small. I'm not giving back my day. Waiting for this on ES. Okay, so it's about to hit previous day, and we'll leave that trade in a win-win. So there it is. So we took that off, and we should get a flush here. Flush should come here. Oh, flush, 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 flush. We should get a flush, flush, flush. Right now, the ES is going to push to previous day high. This should just go through this level, just whoosh, and NQ should follow. There it is. Exactly what I just said. Boom. Perfect. That was beautiful. Beautiful. And we'll leave this in profit. Beautiful trade right there. Y'all saw that? That was exactly what I said. Once ES hits previous day high, you're going to get that extra push on NQ. You guys saw that real time. That is what I'm talking about. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Let that run, let that run. So, ES finally hit previous day high. NQ. NQ is finally crushing down. NQ finally broke. Took forever to break on the day. Okay, beautiful. We took that trade off. Here, go back to NQ. Waiting for a pop on NQ. There's a pop. There's the pop, pop, pop. Pull down. Awesome. Beautiful. Gonna let that one work. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Less than 100, we take it off. Done. Okay. Couple trades on NQ, couple trades on MNQ. Okay. I have different risk settings for MNQ and NQ, of course. MNQ I usually risk about 60 per micro, and on NQ I usually risk 600. So kind of a difference there. And let's see if we get a flush here. Since we're continuing to flush, we're going to target this level right here. We're going to target 23,525, 23,525. 23,525. I'll show you guys the current balance right now. This is where we're at right now. So, boom, boom. Total commissions. Commissions do add up on micros, unrealized, and then we have total P&L for today. So, not bad. But I'm going to let that trade work, and that's probably going to be my last trade of the day. Yeah, that'll be my last trade of the day probably. So we saw that ES when ES decided to finally break. Let's go back to ES. ES decided to finally, I never ended up putting music for you guys, my bad. But ES decided to finally break. Yeah, once ES right here broke and I said, let's get it, you got that flush. And then that's where NQ really gave you the flush. Gave the move. Now the short was right down here on ES. ES was much easier to trade today than NQ. If you can tell, NQ was much more choppier, you know, much more of this, which is always no good on it. So we'll give it till 23,585 right there. And that hits, then we're done for the day. So we'll give it to there. If that hits, we're done for the day. I'm willing to give back a little bit of profits, but not too much. Yeah, if we came back to 23,583, then that's it. Done for the day. It's already what, about to be 7:30. So that's good enough for today. Not gonna give any more back. And then just so you guys know, it looks like YM is red on the day. So let's show you that real quick. Wow, see, this was the real trade here. I totally missed this. This is a missed opportunity. I was so busy, effing around with NQ. This was the move right here. I could have A, made more money on B, my personal account, and C, I could have probably passed way more Apex 300K accounts. That's 7:30. That is 7:30 algo time. So you're going to get some type of push. We're either going to get a push up or we're going to get pushed down to the floor. So let's see what happens. But look, this was a clean play on YM. You had a break of previous day high, break right off the open, and then it just went kind of slow. But that was the move right there. Let's look at oil while we let that trade cook. And oil seemed pretty good long right there. Look at that. A nice little bounce you had there off of oil. So you had some good plays on oil. And let's look at Bitcoin real quick. Bitcoin. Ooh, nice drop. Let's add to the winner. So we'll add to that winner. Here's Bitcoin. Bitcoin kind of choppy, had a pop, drop, not too much. Bitcoin kind of sideways action, so not too good on Bitcoin. I would say YM was probably the best index to trade today with the easiest price action. Yeah, NQ was not easy today. It was just a pain in the ass. For sure was a pain in the ass. So, but we should be in a push down into 23,526. Let's see if it continues to drop. ES looks like it wants to make a new low. Like I said, I'm willing to give a little bit back to make a little more, but I'm not going to give more than this, than that level right there. This is my out right here. 23,583 is my out. I'm just not giving more than that. Might take a couple off here. At least take half the trade off. Okay, so I took half off just to get some gains, and then we'll see if we get tapped at the top here. Yeah, not too bad of a day, but yeah, it just sucked. NQ just did kind of sideways shit today. So it's probably gonna take me out. All right, that's it. I'm gonna take myself out. That's it. All right, so we took that L. All good. L taken. So, but overall, this is what we got. on the day. So bada boom, bada boom. Not bad P&L. Total commission was a little high today, but that's it. We are done for today. And that is it, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. Hope you guys enjoyed, watching how you trade, Apex accounts, how you trade prop accounts, how you trade personal accounts. And just, so if you're going to trade prop accounts and personal, I would always say start the morning trading your prop evals or funded, whatever the hell you want to call it, proper eval, and then kind of more towards like the 7 o'clock, start trading your personal, because that way you're going to get a feel for the market better. You're 30 minutes into the market. By that point, you'll get all the jiggles out. So that is it. Bada boom, bada bing, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed the new setup I have here going on. This new setup, hope it works for you guys. We can always see news. We can see what's going on with the indices. So I love it. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'm all done. That's it. Been trading for an hour. That's kind of what I try to shoot for. I don't trade all day like a lot of other streamers. I come in, trade for 1 hour to 2 hours, and that's it. I go on with my day. So I hope you guys have a good one. Thank you for joining 12M Hustle. Hope you guys like it. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments. Have a good one. Peace. Oh, make sure you subscribe, like, and share.